Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be taking out my 2001 Honda Shadow Sabre 1100. I just finished all the work on it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's cold. I haven't started it yet. So I got the choke full on because it's a little chilly this morning. Kind of surprising. I'm so ready for fall. I love fall. My favorite time of the year. My plan this morning is I'm going to check the bike out, make sure that the steering stem bearings and the fork oil change and tire change and everything that I did is going to fix this so that I don't have any more problems with the front end shake. And I'm going to stop and get some gas. I'll probably go get me some breakfast, and then we'll go for a little bit of a ride. Alright, take the choke off and let's go. It's really different riding a bike that doesn't have a tachometer. Takes a little bit to get used to. I do shift by the sound of the engine. I don't shift by the tachometer, but I just kind of like to see what the engine's doing. Yeah, these brake pads are brand new and it takes a little bit to break them in too. Let's try out a quick little test here on the road. Woo, looks good there. I'm not going real fast. I'm only going 30. I think when I did my test the last time I was doing 60. So we'll get out here on the highway and I'll try it again. I can tell already it feels good. These new tires and forks being properly oiled up and everything. Whew, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be good. Got a good feeling. I can't hardly see because of that sun. It's a Friday morning. A lot of people are going to work or getting off work, I guess, if they're working midnights. I don't know what time it is. I think it's about 7:30 or something. We're doing 60 almost. We'll get up to 60. Alright, let me take my hands off momentarily. Ooh, yeah. Try that again. I hit a bump. Oh yeah, no problems whatsoever. No more shake, no more rattles, no more rolls. It's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. I was really surprised when I changed those tires. Man, I'm telling you what, that was crazy. Never have I seen that old of tires on a motorcycle. Never. 21 years old tires. And I've mentioned this several times, but I just can't believe it passed inspection. My goodness. What do you pay inspection fees for? That's one of the first things they should look at. Yeah, they probably look at tread depth, and if tread depth okay, then they probably pass it, but that's not good. They need to check a tire date. They need to check for cracking in the sidewalls, all that kind of stuff, you know. I think even if it has a nail or something in it, you know, been plugged, especially in the front. Wouldn't be bad in the back, but I don't know if I was an inspector, I don't know if I would pass it if it had a plug in the front. But that's just me. I readjusted my right mirror over here. I took these bolts loose and lowered it down so I could readjust that mirror a little bit, because that one was a little bit high. What else did I do? I put some grip glue on. Actually, it wasn't grip glued. It's pretty good on there though, but I didn't have any. I used to have some and I couldn't find it, so I used it's a 3M spray adhesive for like putting the upholstery, you know, gluing down your upholstery. That's what that was. And I'll tell you what, that grip was on there because it was loose. You could turn it and pull it off, and I didn't like that, so I fixed that too. You know, I've mentioned in many of my videos how I don't like forward controls, how it hurts my hips. And that must have been in the past, because so far I'm really enjoying these forward controls. I haven't rode it a lot, but it feels pretty comfortable. It's just a different seating position, different riding position than what I'm normally used to. Go up here and fill it up, because I don't know how far I'm going to ride today. Heck, I may ride over 100 miles, who knows. Well, I know one thing, I got to get some breakfast. I didn't have anything last night for supper. I just kind of snacked around, so I've been trying to eat 2 meals a day, trying to cut back on it just a little bit. I want to stay slim and healthy if I can. Beautiful day. There's not hardly a cloud in the sky. I don't know what the temperature is. Probably in the upper 50s would be my guess. I ordered me some brake and clutch levers because I didn't notice this, but I always felt like whenever I rode this bike that my hand, I had to stretch really far. It kind of hurt the tips of my fingers pulling in the clutch. And after I really looked at it closely, it's bent. So that's the reason why. So I'm going to put it on a different clutch lever. I wish they had some good heavy duty ones. They probably do if I went to someplace like, you know, Honda or something, but I got these on Amazon. I think they'll be fine. We'll see though. Okay. Shield's fogging up. I'd say that's full. Comes up fast too. Put the arrow forward. Okay, we'll reset this trip meter. Grab my receipt. Well, it's busy today. Of course, it's a work day, like I said. I like to get out this early on a Saturday, but I couldn't wait. Besides that, my grandson's birthday party is Saturday, so I'm not going to be doing much else. Maybe a little bit of something in the morning, but heck, I may go to breakfast tomorrow morning. Who knows? I've been doing so much work, I need to have a little more fun and relax a little bit. And this sure is fun and relaxing to me. Whenever I get to the restaurant, which isn't real far, I'm going to show you guys that right fork leg protector, the one that was bent. Man, I'm telling you what, did I get a good score or what? I went to eBay and was looking at used ones. You know, you can't find new ones. This bike was out of production in 2007, so you can't find new ones. You probably can somewhere, but it probably cost you $300–400 for one. But I had in my watch list a few of them, and they ranged in price from, like, I don't know, $50 to $75, something like that. Well, I came across this seller in Oregon who sold these to me for $25 for a pair, and they're pristine, and that was free shipping. My goodness, it probably cost him $15 to ship it. But I'll show them to you. Show you the one I put on. The other one I have at home. I probably won't put it on. Heck, I may end up selling it for $25. I don't know. But boy, does it make the bike look so much better. And you know, a lot of the other ones that cost more money had dings and dents and rust. Oh, this one's pretty much pristine. It's awesome. Sure made a big difference. And the funny thing was, I got a little bit upset with the seller at first because it said in the ad that he was going to ship it UPS, and I thought, oh great, I want to get this quick, you know, my bike's all apart and I want to get it back together. So this UPS is going to be great. They'll probably have it here in a, you know, a day or two, 3, 4, whatever. But as soon as I clicked on the tracking number, it was USPS. We all know what that means. I'm thinking a week and a half from Oregon, maybe 2. It takes a while. 3 days later. How he accomplished that, how they accomplished that with the USPS, I don't know. I've never had anything come across country and make it in 3 days like that. I mean, I ordered it on the one day that he took it immediately to the post office, I guess. And man, what a great seller. Helped me tremendously. Well, so far things are looking up. Man, I wish I would have wore my winter gloves. These things have vents in them. Oh man, it's cold. Oh. But it'll warm up quickly, I'm sure. Probably today, the high today, probably only going to be in the upper 70s, I would guess. We had some 90-degree weather last week. One thing I do miss about this that I have on a lot of my other bikes is the gear shift indicator. Tell you what gear you're in. This machine is geared high. You could be cruising in 3rd gear and not even realize it. 4th gear for sure. Right now I'm in 3rd gear doing almost 60, and it doesn't even sound like the engine's pushing hard. Sometimes when I'm in 5th gear going 55, it sounds like the engine's just lugging. I mean, it's geared really high, which is fine with me because I'll be doing a lot of interstate riding with it probably, and highway. But it can handle the lugging pretty good. It's got a pretty good amount of torque. You can feel it with this big V-twin. You know, this is the first one that I've had. Like I said, this is the third engine, I guess you'd say, that I've had of this bike, because I had the 07 Sabre, 03 Spirit, and now this 01 Sabre, and they were all 1100s, so I'm familiar with them. I did work on my Spirit a little bit, never worked on my Sabre because I bought it brand new. But man, what a great engine. Right there, I was in fourth. There's a few things that I want to do still. If you're watching this video, I've already done the video on the steering stem bearings, fork oil change, and I changed the tires. I didn't show that, but I demonstrated it, and the difference between the two. I put it all back together. I did change the brakes in the front, didn't video that. I did the back wheel and changed the tire on it, put new brakes on. I did demonstrate changing the brakes on the rear. That people would probably consider that a little bit harder. I don't know, they're pretty much easy, both of them. And I greased the final drive and changed the final drive oil. Now the final drive and final drive oil, I'll probably combine that with my oil change, engine oil change. I have to do an engine oil change still, and I've got spark plugs I'm going to put in it. And I think, oh, one more thing I think after that I want to do, I want to lubricate the clutch cable, and I want to change the brake fluid and the front brake. I bought one of those cheap little fancy brake fluid analyzers that checks to see how much moisture you have in your brake fluid. I'm pretty sure that with all the maintenance I've done on this and what I've seen so far, that it's going to be probably high moisture content. So I'm going to plan on changing that out. I've already done the rear whenever I had to change the brakes and bleed them and all that. I just went ahead and pumped it all out so that the new would be filled in place of it. Brakes feel really good too. That rear brake, you'll see it in the video, or you probably already did if you saw that video. They were gone. There was nothing left of them. It was almost metal on metal. And this thing's got some good power. I got a couple people interested in the exhaust, the Vance and Hines long shots, but nobody's come through yet. One guy's 3 hours away, said he really wants it, but you know, for what I'm asking for, I'm only asking $300 for the exhaust, and that's like an $800 exhaust, and it's almost like new. I'm not going to drive it up there to him. You know, I've done stuff like that in the past, but I just really don't have the time, and I don't want to spend the gas money and time, more than anything, time, to do that. Somebody will end up buying them, and that'll pay for my tires. That's one thing I wanted to talk about too, is I bought tires from Dennis Kirk. It's not my first time buying tires from Dennis Kirk, but very, 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 very pleased with my experience with them. I bought several tires, as you guys probably know, and sometimes I get tires that are a year old. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but they sent me some this year production tires. I don't remember the first two numbers. I know one of them was 17th week of 25. I don't remember what the other one was, but that was good. They shipped them in a very fast time. I think that they, you know, the day I placed my order was the day that they shipped them, and it only took 2 or 3 days for me to get my tires. And I did a lot of reviewing on tires before I bought these. I bought Shinko Tourmaster, I think it's what they're called. I'm a pretty big fan of Shinko. They're made in Korea, and I've had them on many different bikes. A lot of people don't like them, you know, not a lot of people, but some people don't like them. Myself, I think they have good grip, wet and dry, of all the Shinkos that I've owned, and the wear on them is pretty solid. It does pretty good on that too. So they've been good tires. I like the 777 Shinkos, but I'm going to try these Tourmaster. I don't like really tires that have a line in the center, and this one does, but it's a jagged line. It's not a straight line. The problem with the straight line, and I know I've had this in Dunlop before because they had a straight line on it, is, you know what tar snakes is? Well, if you're on a highway and there's tar snakes, it wants to follow the tar snake. It is the weirdest thing. I had to take a set of tires off, and they were Dunlop because of that. I thought they were dangerous. And anyway, this has kind of a jagged line in the middle. It's not straight, so I think it'll be fine. I've hit, you know, lines painted in the road and a few tar snakes and stuff, and I haven't noticed anything yet, so I think it'll be fine. What's really weird about this bike is I don't have a windshield. I haven't rode a motorcycle without a windshield in quite a while. I mean, I do have a windshield with it. It came with it. But I don't know if I'm going to put it on. I don't know. I like it without it. It's different. Alright. Shut it off here. Another thing that's strange about this that I don't have is a cup holder. What am I going to do whenever I'm done at the restaurant here? I won't have no place to bring and put my tea on. I'm going to have to get my fill while I'm in there, I guess. Let's do a little walk around. I want to show you this front end. Look at that. Look how much better that looks. Oh man, that is just crazy. And that chrome looks good. Got a little mark there. I think that's a bug, but man, that looks really good. No dents, no rust. Just awesomeness. Alright, I'm going to go in there and get me something to eat. And I'm going to come back and we'll go for a little bit of a ride. Well, I'm back. Had a nice breakfast. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm disappointed because I can't bring my tea with me. That's got to be one of my next purchases. Get me a cup holder. Alright, just take this puppy out and go for a nice little ride. Pink Cow. You know, that ice cream place was there whenever I was a kid growing up. I used to come up here. I'd ride my bicycle up here. They used to have these Coca-Cola bottles that were like, I don't know how many ounces were in them, but it wasn't very many. Maybe 8 ounces, I don't know. And they had them on a cooler outside. And I tell you what, you open that thing up, pull it out, and it had the bottle opener on the outside of it. You stuck it in there and popped the top off on it. Oh my gosh, it was full of like little ice crystals. You talk about the best thing, man. That frozen Coke like that was the best thing. They had good ice cream too. Memories. Back in there's behind that church, there's a big old field back there. That's where I grew up riding at. And there's woods back there behind that. But we would ride out in the woods, and then whenever we wanted to get out and open them up, we'd ride out in that field. I have no idea who owns the woods or the field, but they never said anything to us. Ah, there we go, going across the bridge. The old bridge that used to cross from Illinois to Missouri right here was an old rickety thing. It had cars actually go off the side of it. A few people were killed because of it. It was just a 2-lane bridge. My wife's always afraid of it. Didn't like going across it. Would never drive across it. You know, when I was a kid, things have changed a lot in 50 years, but when I was a kid, back over in there used to be a swimming area, and we used to go swimming all the time. Mom and Dad would take us back there, and had a roped off section of the river that we would swim in. And I can remember one day, there's a Missouri sign. I can remember that as plain as day. We were swimming, and my brother was gone out there in the area where we were swimming at longer than what we thought, and we're asking, where did he go? I don't know. He was out there playing the last time I looked. But my dad, man, he had Superman lungs. I'm telling you what, he could swim underwater, seemed like, for 5 minutes. But he dove in, went swimming around to try to find him, and he found him. He was in the bottom down there, and he went down into like a hole and had his legs stuck in it. My dad got him out, brought him to shore, and I'm sitting there right next to him, and Dad's getting the water out of his lungs and stuff, and he comes to, and I still remember this like it was yesterday. He looked at my dad and said, "Did you see those pretty flowers down there?" And man, it gets you goosebumps thinking about that. I mean, he was almost gone, you know. But that was the only bad instance we had swimming in there. It was pretty fun, actually. There was a lot of people who used to go there. It's not like it is nowadays. Nowadays, if it's not a swimming pool, people don't go to it. But when I was growing up, we used to swim in farm ponds and lakes and rivers and all kinds of stuff. It was a luxury if we got to swim in a regular swimming pool. It just didn't happen a lot. Wow, people are in a hurry. I'm doing 60 and they're just flying by me. There's a power plant over there. Yeah, 80 mile per hour, nice and smooth. I was kind of wanting to check the tires, make sure they're balanced good, feels good. So, that part's good too. If I get a cup holder on this, I may have to put the windshield on it. That windshield does help prevent the straw from flying out and stuff like that. It doesn't get that direct wind. And riding without a windshield, you could really feel the pressure of the wind against you. You know, it'll wear you out a lot faster. I'll have to check that windshield out. I really don't want to spend $200–300 on a windshield, but that one I think looked a little yellow. So I have to look into ways of making it better. It's probably been sitting a long time. It's probably old. Looked like it was made for this bike though, because there's clamps that clamp right on down here to the support protectors, or whatever you want to call them, these chrome things. They're really nice clamps that clamp on there, and I guess the windshield attaches to that. These footboards down here are really nice. They feel so comfortable. I am not a big fan of floorboards for the driver. I just don't think it feels too comfortable. It feels awful bulky. I like pegs better, but I think these are going to be fine. These are about half or a third of the size of the floorboard, the standard size one. I don't know if there's ever a train on this track, but I want to take a chance. Lewis and Clark Trail. Hey, you ain't supposed to pass me. The bad thing about this bike is the mirrors. When I wear this heavy coat like this, if there's anybody behind me, I can't see them. All I can see is my shoulder. These mirrors need to be out here farther, where I can see behind me. I may have to get those spot mirrors so I can see people, or change the mirrors out, which I hate to do. I love Honda stock mirrors. They're good and solid and they look nice. I hate to change them, but I might do that because I gotta have a little more viewing area. If I go like that, pull my shoulder in, I can see behind me, but as soon as I put my arm back up, I can't see nothing. I can see them a little bit in my right mirror, but not a lot there either. I like to be aware of people around me, people in the front, people behind, people in crossroads. I watch everything, watch for animals. But when we ride next to woods like this right here, you never know what's going to jump out at you. I've had squirrels, rabbits, birds. I've hit several birds. I've hit rabbits and squirrels too, and dogs. I've had deer, but not real close calls like you see on the internet. I've had them run out in front of me, but it's been quite a ways in front of me. I did have one going to my daughter's house that ran right out in front of me. It was probably maybe 100 feet in front of me. Scared me. Man, it was a big old buck. Looks like my battery's getting low. I don't know how long we've been riding, probably about an hour. Here comes a motorcycle. Well, not an hour, but all in all, probably, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, maybe. I've got 27 miles on it, that's all. Well, maybe 30 minutes. And I'm not even all the way to the end of where I want to go, and then I have to go back, so I might get about 70 miles on it today. My battery's running low right now, so I may run out here pretty soon. I'm going to try to keep it going until the battery runs out, and then I'll try to edit some of it out. But if you see me stop all of a sudden, if you see the video stop all of a sudden, then you know my battery died. I'm not too far from being done with this bike, so I kind of like to have another project. I like to have one for the winter. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more four-wheelers. I like doing them, but they take up so much space. You know, they take up 2 motorcycle space. And I don't really have that much extra. I've been thinking about the KPM RS bike. I know I've had requests from people that I get that so I could do some maintenance videos on it. I've been thinking about it. But we'll see how all that goes. But I'd like to have something for the winter. I've been looking, you know, for bikes that need repair, but I don't want to, you know, spend a ton of money on them. That's what usually happens. So far, since I started this little venture of buying and fixing things, I don't, maybe broke even. I don't think I've made, I did make money on a few things, but I think all in all, if you were to figure it all in, I'm probably breaking even. I'm really surprised that I sold my Wolverine for as much as I did. I thought I'd start high and work my way down if I needed to. Well, the first guy that came and looked at it, he offered me $50 less, and I took it, than what I was asking. And I'm like, you know, he was really blown away by it. He said he looked at four-wheelers and he couldn't believe, you know, they'd tell him, you know, hey, it's in good shape, or, you know, even the pictures look good on the internet and all that kind of stuff. And when he gets there, he's like, man, this is a piece of junk, you know. But he said mine was completely different. He said that he was very impressed with the way it looked and functioned and ran and all that kind of stuff. So he bought it. And this guy actually buys four-wheelers and fixes them up and resells them and makes money on them. That's what he does. And for him to say that it was in good shape and he liked it and wanted to buy it, well, that was quite the compliment, I thought. He said he was going to keep it on his farm and use it to ride back and forth. He was looking for a full-time four-wheel drive for a little while. And when mine popped up, it fit the bill and he bought it. And it worked out great because I used that money to buy this. I think I probably spent maybe just a little bit more than what I had from my Wolverine sale. Since I had to buy tires, it kind of set me back a little bit. But I haven't spent a ton of money on it. But if I sell Vance and Hines pipes for $300 like I want, then I'll be money ahead again. Oh, there's a train, darn it. Alright guys, well, sometimes these trains last a while. Looks like he's going pretty good, but sometimes these trains can be really long. He is moving fast though. But anyway, I've got about 10% left on my battery, so I'm just going to shut it off here and tell you guys I'll see you on the next video. I guess the one after this one probably be my oil change video, so look for that one coming out. I'm also going to do a longer distance KPM, no, a longer distance KPT ride. I'm going to ride about 230 miles each way. So we're going to find some things out about the KPT when I do that. That's probably going to be a week from today I'm going to do that. Anyway, I'm just going to sign off here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and leave me a comment. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.